Holy shit, I just put the, I hit live, and I don't know why I did that. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if anybody shows up. Because I thought I would do fun for the sake of fun. Let's hit this other button over here. I don't know that you guys can see me. Um, Not about to turn a bunch of lights on. Maybe I'll go turn that light on. We'll see if this changes anything. Um, there it is. Let's see. Let's see if that helps the whole situation. Ah, extra lights. I don't think that helps. I'm gonna turn that one off. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like the other color that was happening. So fun for the sake of fun. Do this off the. That's there we go. And we'll even push one of these buttons and see what happens with these interesting ones. This is interesting. That one that could bubbles. No, I don't want bubbles. Let's see. You guys tell me. I don't know what it looks like on your side, but we'll do fun for the sake of aliens. We'll do fun for the sake of fun, and interesting. The word "sake" also is the word "sake." I did not. Of course, Rising Love. What are you talking about? I'm right here. Is this ever not live? Everything I do is fucking live. What you talking about? So, cheers to Rising Love. Um, I won't use your name, even though I know what it is now. I won't call you by any of your three names. So this is the first shot of tequila I've had since I don't know, like 9 o'clock this morning, and I did not have any sake. SAKE, but then if you put the little squiggly bullshit above the E, it makes it sound a little different. It's all the way lab. It's how else are you going to do it? You ever seen somebody do something dead? You know what dead is? The people that like edit their videos. That's dead. And don't worry, don't worry. There will be a point that I will edit my videos just because I like to be contradictory, just for humor. Just like fun is fun, huh? So who else is in here? I'm fuck everybody else. I'm just here for one reason and one reason only. Well, no, two reasons. One for fun, and two for because Rising Love is here. We'll just rock this shit out. I have no idea. I have literally zero idea what I'm on here talking about. But I could get on here talking about nothing and it become the most brilliant thing that anyone's ever heard. So you'd have to listen to a little bit of me babbling on about Babylon or whatever. And I don't know if you guys can see the thing that happens with the screen, but it's because I'm using my computer rather than my phone, and it keeps doing this, like green flashes and like all different colors. It might just be. No. If I was Midas, uh, every part of me would be made of gold, and I wouldn't be able to move. I would just be like, oh shit, my, oh, my lips are gold. My whole being is gold, and shit, I have the golden, the gold member. Anybody remember that movie? Uh, Gold member. Austin Powers. Austin Powers. Gold members. Is that how they do it? They just no. It's kind of like a German slash Swedish slash. What the fuck is he? He's it's German and Swedish or something like that. Yeah, Goldschmember. I don't know. Anyways, and this is like all this shit right here because I can see myself like full screen. There's a huge like I'm looking at this. Normally I have my tiny little phone here, and this is a little bit larger screen. So I'm like, whoa, back up off me. Norwegian, thank you, Norwegian. The W's turn into V's there, Gary Baxter. And in fact, Gary Baxter, your name came up when I was talking to Ami, and she knows who you are. She was like, "Oh, Gary, like yeah." Like she doesn't watch my shows too often, but she's like, "Oh, Gary Baxter, yeah, he's a cool motherfucker." I was like, the dude with the fucking like, he's like a monstrosity of a human being. And I was talking about you. I don't remember what we were talking about, but yeah. Anyways, fuck it. Fun for fun. What else? What else are you gonna do? Hmm. So we'll see how much of this, the rest of this tequila bottle, I can get through. I'm drinking the Camarena. Do you know? Do you know Camarena? It's here. You go. There's the bottle. See, there's the. Check it out. This has been in my house for a few days. Usually a tequila bottle will get through 3 days, 2 days. Depends on if anybody's around. If it's just me, it's 2 days, 3 days. Someone's around, this ain't getting through the night. You know what I mean? But I haven't really been drinking tequila that much. I'm just kind of switching up to something else. But we'll see if I can if I can make a dent in this bottle, even though I've been drinking since 9 a.m. You know, finding somebody that's been eating since 9 a.m. You know what they're doing right now? They're sleeping. And I'm gonna rewind this. I don't know if y'all can hear this. I told y'all about this earlier, and I really, I don't know if I'm allowed to play this on my channel. I think I can because it's a live video. It's not like a copyrighted, like they didn't put it on like a. It's not on like an album, so you're not gonna be able to find it. But if you look up Sting, here Gary, this is for you, man. Go look this shit up. It's really really good, and this is kind of why I made this video. It's Sting and Shaggy. Sting, you know Sting, and Shaggy. Shaggy Boombastic. And I don't know if you can hear this in the background at all. If you can, I might want to turn it down a little bit just because I don't really want to play with the fucking algorithms again because apparently I'm losing subscribers these days. I think just for odd reasons, but whatever. I don't. It's so good though. I think y'all should listen. It's really good. I'd like to play it for you, but I don't have my DJ license. I don't know if you have to get a DJ license or a MC license, MC selector, or if I can or whatever. Does Camarena make you do the Macarena? I don't remember I mean, I know the song Macarena, obviously, but I never did any of the. You know the dances that you do at like weddings or whatever, like the Macarena and the, you know, that two-step bullshit and all the other. Like, I get it, it's fun, but I never did it. I just, you know, the electric. You want to do the electric slide? Can we play the electric slide right now? Does an electric eel make you do the electric slide? What's up, Zigzag? Zigzag, good to see you, man. Oh, you're drinking the Voodoo Ranger. If you're still here, Zigzag, Voodoo Ranger. Who does that? I know that. I know it. It's like, that's kind of like, it's like what, 6.37%. It's a pretty big L, right? It's an L, right? Voodoo Ranger is good. I was drinking. What did I drink today? Shit, I had. Hey, here we'll do this because it's interesting. So I woke up and I drank a little bit of piss, you know, urine. Like, you know, for anybody in the future, like I drink my own piss. It's not to be concerned. You don't concern yourself with that if you don't know who I am. And I didn't even drink it. I just had a little shot and like, you know, gargled the mouth and then had a half shot of tequila and then drank like a little bit of beer and then I went out. I was supposed to have lunch with somebody. And then it just became a whole hullabaloo, you know, like just all the different things. I did a couple because I made a video earlier, so I did a couple beers, a PBR, and then if anybody's not familiar with it, it's called one of my favorite beers ever. It's called Juicifer, not Lucifer, Juicifer, and it's like 6%. It's really really nice. It's just it's a kind of fruity and good flavor, man. Juicifer if you can find it. And then I went to eat some sushi, and then I had a couple glasses of wine, and then just some of the most amazing. I don't like yellowtail sushi, but the yellowtail was red. It was bright red. It was fucking gorgeous. I never eat it, but a friend of mine had gotten yellowtail with habanero Oh no, I wasn't a habanero. It was jalapeno. It was yellowtail with habanero, jalapeno, and then truffle oil, and yellowtail. Oh, it was fucking amazing. And then I did some tequila and more beer, and then another glass of wine. And then I said I had some. So the first place I went, I had a beer and Jameson, JMO. That's an easy, PBR and Jameson, and yeah. And then I had a couple other different beverages that you guys wouldn't know because it's local to here, but it's really really good beer. And now I'm here for the sake of fun and sake and the sake mm, of aliens. I mean, we could talk about the aliens of Atlanta and Atlantis and all that, but I don't know. I don't get into all that dumb shit. I'm just on here just to fuck around right now because hey, who the fuck cares? 9%er? Oh, it's that big? The Voodoo Ranger is that big? Yeah. Zigzag had to put him on. He couldn't even spell percenter. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I got it. Whatever, fuck it. Yeah, percentage. Yeah, I got you. I like it because I'm three drinks and you're good. See, I like to when in a hot climate, I like to drink. Usually, I like to stay around 4 or 5%. That way, I can drink a few more during the day, and I'll sweat it off, and you know, have something, walk around and cool down on something else. But yeah, good in a cold climate, somewhere that's colder. I like bigger beers because, well, you don't get to walk around that much. You don't get the heat. You don't get the sun, and you don't get to move it all through you. So you just like take that big winter warmer kind of beer. In a lot of climates, you can take that winter warmer. So it's hard down here to find really good stouts, things like that. Yeah, piss is the start of the day. Zigzag. See, Zigzag. I can't wait till we do this video. So me, you, and that book right there. See that right there? For real, cause I'm gonna do this thing because people don't realize like how quickly I can get like fucking, they don't get it, and how quickly like flexible and strong really quickly. And so me, you, and that book right there. Is it right? It's back there. Sorry, it's right there. That one right there. So me, you are gonna do a video on strength training and how to why flexibility is the epitome of strength. And we'll get into Kelly Starrett's work. And funny enough, your drink. Here's the funny fucking thing. I'm gonna show you. You see this right here? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you right now. And you might know this. You might know this. You see this right here? This is called a voodoo band. You talking about drinking the voodoo? We in here in the land of hoodoo and voodoo. This is called the voodoo band. This right here will change everything in your life in a matter of days. Like all your yoga posturing and stretching and shit has nothing on the voodoo band, which is Kelly Starrett's work. And so we'll talk to people about that and get deeper into you know we'll get into how beers will help that, and we'll even get into Whiskey Wednesdays. And I know, Zigzag, that you know about Whiskey Wednesdays. When you're deadlifting or doing some heavy lifting, if you take 2 shots of whiskey on a Wednesday, you're gonna pick up an extra 20 pounds. It's like that, when you kind of drunk and you're like, oh, I can pick up anything. You really can, but you don't do too much. You don't drink too much, and you don't overdo it. But it will, because it gives you a little more of that. And that's the thing. You can't do it if you're just new to the game and new to lifting things up and new to all that shit. But a little bit of alcohol, which is the spirit, which is the breath. If you know how to breathe, you're gonna pick something up. But if you take some alcohol in, which is etheric, then you can pick up a little more. But you don't want to do it too often. That's why you do it on Wednesdays. You do it once a week on Wednesdays. A couple shots of whiskey, and you good. You can be pounding them out, and then you fast. Then you fast for 3 days. Then you're picking up more weight, and then we'll get into the old. I've always told people I was going to do this, but I just never did it myself to show people, because it just was like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just didn't want to get into all that shit with people, because I was too busy on trying to explain things to people. But the 1920s, 1930s, the big fucking lifting, like heavyweight motherfuckers that were cut like weren't doing anything but just holding up fucking giant 200-pound dumbbells in the air, well, fasting for 3 or 4 days, and they always knew that if they fasted for a few days, they could lift more weight up, because it got everything out of them that was in the way of their muscles delivering the strength. And then to upgrade that strength, if you took a shot of whiskey, oops, yeah, me and you are gonna talk about that. We're gonna deep on this shit. This is truffles. Are truffles just mushrooms? I don't know that. I don't know that they're just mushrooms, but they're fucking gorgeous. They're the most amazingly effervescent smells that if you just a little bit of, because normally what they do is they have dogs that hunt for truffles, because humans can't find them, because they're only in certain areas. It's like finding chaga. Chaga and truffles are the two of the hardest things to find. And truffles are always hidden, kind of like mushrooms, like the really, you know, the really crazy mushrooms to find that you like the. Let's see, there's like 3 psychedelic mushrooms that you'd use reindeers or dogs to find, and then they use dogs to find truffles, and then to get the off of the tree to find the chaga mushroom that's growing off of the tree, which is actually basically a how to put it in the most basic way, like if you can't if first, the reason it grows in the north is because you can't get enough sunshine. So what you do is you want that melanin, and that melanin is it's tree bark. But that tree bark looks like something, a growth off of it, and you're not killing the tree, you're just collecting the melanin off of the tree, and then you make a tea out of it, and you're collecting melanin in your system while you're in the north. So you're collecting sunshine, which helped the tree grow the mushroom on the side of the tree. And then you have the Christmas tree, which also grows in the north. And underneath that coniferous tree, which is the Christmas tree, you'll find that mushroom that would give you the star on top and all that. We're not going to do all that today, but there we go. And Zigzag, I seen you sent me something. I'm going to check that in a second. Just give me a second, because my phone is charging, and I can't double up on the screen. I don't know how to do it, or I'll have to turn this shit off. I'll check you in a second over here. And Zigzag, if you want to get into flexibility, I was, funny enough, I was going to do a video on flexibility, because when I lived in Indiana, I went from barely being able to touch my toes, and I could touch the rim, right? So I play basketball a lot. I used to be pretty okay at basketball. Pretty okay. I could touch my toes, could touch them, and then I started using these voodoo bands, which again, right here, voodoo bands, and I'll teach y'all how to use this shit. And we'll get into some other FMP, functional movement patterns, and how to lengthen and get your how to lengthen your muscles and your tendons, and how to release your tendons from your muscles and your muscles from your skin, and to so that all becomes separate systems. But most people's are glued together, so that's why you can't move. So I went from not being able to touch my toes really very well to putting my hand on the floor, like literally gaining about 6 inches of flexibility in about 4 days, and barely touching the rim to almost being able to dunk again. Like I'm 5'11". White men can jump, or apparently. Well, I'm not white, but to almost getting up there again, and that and a little bit of isometric training and we can know all that shit. That's some extra shit, and even you might not even know about the ones and the zeros and the stick and the ball, and we'll get into that, and we'll teach people about the stick and the ball, which is the most important thing in all of training for the human body. It's literally it's why you walk around with that solid thing, and why you get the ball. So for people that are people that are very stoic and like stagnant, you give them a ball to play with and they loosen up. And for people that are like all just falling over the place, you give them a stick to work with. And those two things will teach people the art of the one and the zero, which is the masculine and the feminine. And we'll teach people about that. That'll be a fun game. Hmm. Um, yeah, let me scroll through here. So hello everybody else. Zigzag. I know you used to work at a bar, dude. You the everything, dude. I know that. Oh, that's so funny. I can't wait to tell you a story personally. But I hung out with this cat. We were talking about like the different kind of liquors people can drink. I was hanging out with this big black motherfucker, and we were talking about like, some people can't drink dark liquor, some people can't drink light liquor, some people can't drink, beers, wines. Like there's certain things people can drink that they're it's cohesive or it's not capable in their system because of the elements in it. And we were talking about Henny. Like what is it about Henny? What is it about the grapes? So can they drink wine if they can drink Henny? Because that comes from grapes, right? Can they drink port wine? And then we get into all that, and we'll have that'll be a third part to the series of Whiskey Wednesday. We'll do like a functional movement patterns day. We'll do flexibility. So that's kind of the same thing, but we'll do two of that, and then we'll do um, why Whiskey Wednesdays are important, and why and how. Yeah, we'll get into all that, and like wine and the different liquors that allow your body to function differently, and even things that will make you more, you know, your strength. Where does it come from? I think that's a very important question. Where does your strength come from? And you're very, like the last video. Remember I told you, it's like, damn, you went from fucking kind of slim and fit to like ropes. You went Hulk on him, and that's what we talk about. The Hulk. You went Hulk on it. Do you know about the Incredible Hulk? Do you know that drink, the Incredible Hulk? Like what is it? Alizé. It's Hennessy and Alizé. Incredible Hulk. And Jay Marley, I'm gonna do the whole thing right now. I can get into it just slightly. I'll grab the book and we'll talk about it in a little bit. But the further thing, I wanna really dig in with Zigzag, because like look at me, I'm 160 pounds of fucking wash, I mean, not really, but it's only because I'm just sitting here talking. But we'll teach you how to get in shape real quick. The Amanitas, well, dimension extensions. Here you go. The shamans, what they would do is they would consume the Amanita muscaria mushroom, and because there was that amount of poison, and that amount, there was like that much poison, and that this much poison, and this much like medicine. But a normal person eating that much poison would kill them. This is why they say it's the mushroom of death. It will kill you. But if you've done things that will kill you and it didn't kill you, then you can process it better. So you'd process it through your system and you'd piss into a goblet or into the mouth of the people that know, and they would take that and they would drink from the cup, and they wouldn't have to deal with the poisonous aspect because you process it already. It's kind of like when I talk. I don't mean to call myself a shaman or like, but like all the weird shit that we've been through, the reason we can speak the way we do is because we've been through the most ruthless, poisonous, absurd shit in life that we can teach. And that is what the shaman does with the Amanita muscaria mushroom that consumes it as the shaman clause or the Santa Claus, which is very connected to shamanism and the reindeers and all of that, and the Amanita muscaria mushroom. That when we consume that, we clean it and we take the poison and we get rid of it, and then give you the cleansed version of it. And that's what that is for dimension extensions. Yeah, it's not recycled; it's purified. So to dimension extensions, we're not recycling it; we're purifying it. And the birch tree, interesting. Myofascial, yeah, J Marley, myofascial release. Yeah, myofascial that gets into the myofascial, the fascia. Okay, so what you have is you have your skin, you've got your skin, then you got the myofascial, the tissue that is basically outside of a chicken. You're gonna eat some chicken wings and you've got that skin on it. The skin that's not the skin. It's kind of like silver. It's in between and it's stuck. Well, that's what happens with your skin. It's stuck. Everyone basically has their skin stuck to the myofascial, connected to their muscle, and their muscles connected to their tendon. And it's because of all the shit that we've eaten that it's glued to each other. And then you start to compress that and hold it all together and rip it apart. But you have to make sure you're drinking enough water and doing the right things to release the skin from the myofascial, from the fascia, and then we get into the fascia and all of the other sticks bound together, and we get into some really esoteric shit during the talk. But and then remove the muscle, and then the muscle from the tendons, and the tendons from the bone, and then you could be as limber as anything. You could move yourself in a very short time. You can go through all you want. You go through all you want of stretching, but if you're not drinking enough water, you're not getting into a sauna, and you're not using a voodoo band and releasing these things from each other, you know, you can't. You're not. Why do you think people stretch for years but can't really get more flexible? Because they're not using the right technique to get it done. They think just stretching is going to get it done. No, you need to hold on to the skin while you're ripping the fascia away from it. It will burn for a second, but you'll know the difference. And once you do that, man, then all of the ligaments and tendons and the structures of your entire body, it starts to move in the way it should. And we'll get into all of that, and that's fucking hilarious, and that's really amazing that we got to this right now. Yeah. Hulk drinks Remy. The Remy. Yeah, the Remy. Does anybody know who Remy Shand is? The hypnotic Alizé and Henny? Alizé hypnotic, yes. But back to the question, and I will pour myself another drink on that because we're having fun tonight. Because, well, why the fuck not? I've been having fun all day. I have no idea why. I woke up with a wild fucking hair up my ass, having a glorious day for no reason. I have no idea why. I think it had to do with everybody else had a really hard go about it because of the full moon and the eclipse, and I was just like, oh no, shit, I've been through this. This is cool, and it balanced me. Everybody else was like out of balance, and I was like, fuck it, let's have a good time. So here we are having a good time. But Remy Shand, if you don't know who Remy Shand is, go look him up. Foam roller, yes. Foam roller is good. Getting into it. See, that's the thing, Zigzag. When we do this, we got to teach people in the 3 levels. If you're completely out of shape, if you're sort of in shape, and if you're like very high level in shape, even people that are very like strong and whatever doesn't mean they're flexible. And flexibility, hey, Zigzag, if you still here, don't worry, I'm gonna get you into you in a second. My phone is almost charged. One of my favorite basketball play. Well, I don't know if he was a basketball player. I mean, he could play ball, I guess, but he was one of the greatest dunkers ever. Ever. He's from France. His name is Kadour Ziani. Is that right? Kadour Ziani. I'm gonna have to look this up. Kadour. Go look that up. The dude was 5'9", 5'10" from France, and the dude was doing double fucking windmills. 5'9", greatest jumper ever, and his flexibility was out. He could, you could take a basketball and stick it in the side of a 10-foot rim, like so. The rim is like close enough to the backboard that you could stick a ball there, right? So it's like 9'8", and he could run up to it and kick his foot up, and he could kick the ball out of the rim. Kadour Ziani, Kourziani. There you go. Look that motherfucker up. Greatest dunker ever. Not even a question. There's some dudes that probably can dunk, that can jump higher now, but all in all, like at 5'10", little fucking like French dude, ridiculous when you watch him dunk. Zigzag, yeah, if you want to get detailed, like, yo, I'm telling you, I got a table here and all the oils and everything. Like, I could, if somebody really wanted to, like, release some whatevers in their shits, like, most of what I do is normally emotional release, but if somebody wanted to just, like, get rid of their fucking muscular tension, like, that's pretty easy. That's just, like, it just take a little longer, because emotional release is easy. You just got to pressure point that shit. You got to get in the 108 points of pressure in the knotties and the knots, right? The points that, and then, oh, there it is. I can see it in people when I see them out, and I can catch that. That's easy. But as far as like the skin stuck to everything, that's gonna take a little longer. But we can show them how to do it. Stretching weakens the muscles before a workout. It does. You're not supposed to do it right. Yes, thank you, Zigzag. You're not supposed to do it right before a workout. You're supposed to do it so you have the flexibility. But the flexibility is like, think of the strongest people. Flexibility, it's like a rubber band. It might not be the strongest thing, but what do they say? Speed kills, that kind of shit. Like, just because you're tense, Bruce Lee's gonna whoop anyone's ass in that sense, because speed will kill. Like, that's way better. And when flexibility comes through, you can move out the way of anything. And if I can pull my arm back a little farther and shoot that shot quicker, whatever the fuck it might be, I don't care how strong a motherfucker is. Strength is density, and density is not what we're looking for. I don't think. I mean, there's a certain amount of, that, you just walk through shit like, rah. But I mean, you know what I'm saying. There's something there. Yeah, I mean, Jay Marley, you'd rather use lacrosse ball. Um, if you want to use a lacrosse ball, get 4 of them. Take 3 lacrosse balls, put one on top, and then take some what kind of tape would you use? I guess you could just use like electrical tape, like black electrical tape, and tie them together. Then you get 3 on the bottom, 1 on the top. And then use that to get into those joints and points. And then you can really dig in. 1 ball is going to be good for people that are just getting into it. But where you are, you want to take 3 and 1, put some, or you could use any kind of tape, whatever. But electrical tape is the best way to go. Yeah. Stan Wingfield. Yeah. I mean, I just look at Zigzag is the practitioner. He probably knows way more shit than me, but I know some shit he doesn't know. But he knows like 90% of the gambit of how to get into, cuz look at him. He's a fucking a beast. I'm just sitting here like a fucking dumbass that I can't. But every once in a while, if we had to go through the thing to get him flexible and to get me stronger, we could show you how to do it in a very quick, like just. So yeah, we do that. The G spots are chakras. Yeah, and we'll maybe you don't know, but we'll go through the meditations on the joints and the certain. Oh, look at. Oh, sorry. This new music is on. Let me change this music up because I don't want to hear this right now. This isn't great for what I'm talking about. And we'll get through the different pressure points, and we'll get into like the nadis I was talking about the other day, and the other. Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, I love this shit. This is so much fun. So we'll do that. This is so much fun. Jay Marley, your heart is a muscle. The same reason you want to exercise your heart is the same reason. Yes. And Jay Marley, to go further on that, the heart is not. Here, let me pause this for 1 second to get through this because it's. Who was it that went over this concept? The heart is not what's making your blood move. It's your lungs. Your lungs are pressurizing your system because your system is predicated upon breathing air in, and so the pressure of your blood is how well you breathe. If you have high or low blood pressure, is due to 2 things: what you're consuming, because what you consume is food, and then goes through your system, and then it spits the blood, and the blood can be thick or thin, depending on if you're thinning your blood out or thickening your blood up. I mean, they both have their values, but your heart isn't the fucking thing. A lot of people have been like, yeah. This is why people are so confused about what love means, what Venus is. Venus and love is the heart, but it's not. It is a muscle, yes, but it's not doing the thing that most people think it's doing. Your lungs are doing it. I have 2 lungs that are giant, and I have a heart. Your heart is electrical. Your lungs are actually pressurizing your electrical system. So if I breathe in, I'm breathing electrical ionized air, and if I'm outside where there's fresh air, I'm getting a lot of negative ions to pressure my system to allow my heart to beat quicker. My heart doesn't make my lungs work. My lungs make my heart work. Pay attention very closely. If you just go like this, watch. If I just sit here, am I going to breathe? Does my heart beat faster or slower? Doesn't matter. I can take some substances. I can have a mental attitude like, fear, anxiety, or like happiness or love or whatever these things might be. They'll, cause some sort of chemical reaction that will cause the heart to beat. But the heart beating is not going to cause my lungs to breathe differently. But if I go, I can make my heart beat differently because I'm pressurizing my entire system to make my heart beat differently. So I can go, Now hold your breath, and all of a sudden the heart starts beating, and all of a sudden you can feel your blood move, and you can feel your heartbeat faster. Like, oh, these things are. I'm not taking away from what you're saying, Jay. I'm just saying that the idea that most people have of their heart is what. Who's that guy? He was in the uh, big fucking into esoteric shit in the '60s. Um, fucking white dude. What the fuck is his name? Anyways, I hope you get what I'm saying about that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the lungs are doing most of the work. The big, besides the skin is the biggest organ, but it's not doing anything per se. The lungs are the fucking thing that you have control over. Like, you can sit here and do nothing, and you're gonna breathe. You're just gonna go to sleep, and you're gonna breathe, and that's gonna cause your heart to beat. But when you have control of your breathing. This is why in all the yogic practices they tell you what's the most important thing. There's one of these students, the guru, sitting there like telling them all the amazing things you can accomplish with your mind and your body just by breathing properly. And the student comes up to the master and says, "Oh my God, I got out of body and I did this crazy shit, and it was amazing." And starts telling us all these stories. And the master says, "But did you remember to breathe?" And he forgot. I don't know. Well, focus on your breath. Because if you're breathing right, then everything else works in accordance with your breath. So, but as I'm talking, am I thinking about breathing? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not, because I'm just really skilled at talking, so therefore my breath happens to come to me when I require it to. But if you control your breath, then you control your heart rate. And your heart rate is secondary to these two giant lungs that are pressurizing your entire system to cause your blood to move, cause your heart to work, cause your organs to release. So I didn't mean to. We're still having fun here. I didn't mean to give you guys any lessons for this shit. Yeah, the studs in the foam rollers is what's up. Rising Love, I was just back here at 11 o'clock, and some 7 minutes behind here for anybody in the future. I'm reading Rising Love's comment about the naughties. Yeah. Are you so naughty with that shit? In and out and Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. What's up, Buteween? And Zigzag, yeah, definitely should. It is. It is. It is the perfect combination of. Mm. Buteween, I don't really have a take on Manuka honey, only because I haven't used it enough. I know what it is. I know the idea of it, and I know what it says in the package, and I know what people have said about it. But I can't really comment on. I just know that Manuka honey usually has something to do with tea tree, and if I want to, I can just put a couple of drops of tea tree oil in my honey. That's usually Manuka tends to have some tea tree in it. That's what I've learned, but I could be very wrong about that. Um, uh, Manuka honey is just seems to be adding more. Um, what would you call it? Like living elements, and just you're paying more. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So we'll do that another time. I'll do a little more study into it, but I for me it's like just use the elements where they are, and if you can find Manuka honey and it's doing something for you, fucking eat it. Like honeybees and all that shit. Like it's like the milk of most animals is pretty good. The milk of the mother of any animal is perfect for any other animal. That's why you can see women in all sorts of cultures feeding animals, like human women are breastfeeding animals that don't have a mother, and you can find other animals that are feeding on other mothers' milk because the mother's milk is the mother's milk, period. So, I mean, people got to get off that kind of crazy shit where milk is not, milk is pus. Well, then, go fucking eat shit then. Eat shit and die, you fucking retard. That's always what I gotta say. People are like, oh, bee honey is like Like the honey from bees is like bee puke, and cow milk is pus from the tit. No, it's not. Then your mother's fucking milk is tit. And did you drink that when you were a child? That gave you your entire immune system off of the. See, that's the shit that I go. Y'all gone too far with this dumb shit. And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to people who have ever heard me in the future. That's the truth. I'm not saying you should be suckling the tit of Moloch or the milk or the milkman or the for your entire life, or even honey for that matter. But it does have its place. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, people do have the wrong look on the shit. Um, Let me see. Warming up the muscles first and stretching is holding the stretch for 90 seconds is best. I don't know about 90 seconds. I don't believe in timing. I believe in when you feel like you've got to the point in your stretching regimen. Um, Stretching loosens things up, so you shouldn't. I don't think you should try to make your muscles bigger after immediately stretching. I don't see that. I feel like you should stretch to move faster, and then as your body is cooling down, it's like a sword, or like anything you're doing with heating something up makes it more flaccid versus cooling something down, it makes it more dense. So that has something to do with the way you should work out, and if how much do you want your muscles to grow, and like do you need bigger muscles and to tense things up. Tension versus it's called, here's maybe Zigzag knows about this. I call it King Tut. Time under tension. Time under tension. Tut. King Tut. So time under tension is, it doesn't matter really what you're doing. If there's tension, I could sit here and just, like right now, I might be just like, I don't really, like, I'm pressurizing my system with my lungs and causing isometric or plyometric. Plyometrics and isometrics we'll get into. Those are two major things people can do. Um, yeah, so more on that later. Yes. Butane, yeah, everything past 30, for the past 40 years, every time I've heard some storm was coming somewhere, it never happened. So, you know what I do? I don't really care what the news media says about anything. I don't care what they say about weather. Weather's going to happen the way it happens, whether they're creating it or not. If there is a they, I don't really care about that. I don't listen to it. It's so fucking idiotic. And no, it didn't, and it hasn't, and it won't. I'll put it that way. I'm gonna go piss real quick, and I'll be right back to continue this awesome conversation about humor and having a good time. All right, we back. We back. Cool. Uh, Fantastical. And Butane, I think you said that for the reason that I think you did. Yeah, totally. It just the funny thing about that weather shit and the hurricane and the whatever is like, it floods in New Orleans in certain areas because it's below sea level in certain areas every year. I have every year that I've lived here, there's been floods everywhere. There's like 2 feet of water, but I don't think it has anything to do with what people suggest it is. I think it just has to do with clogged up drains and shit. And it does have to do, like, there's places that are 2 feet above sea level, and there's places that are 2 feet below. and so where's it getting flooded? It's very easy to see. Um, but then if you on top of that, like all of the clogged up grates and the blah blah blah, yeah, there's a little more to it, man. And even if there was hurricanes, and even if there was all that shit, and gate the city in, because there's really only a few ways to like hold the city in, because like they're gonna put up the fucking gates around the city and you can't go in or out because they're trying to keep the water in and the people in. I mean, in the best way. In the best way, it's to keep people from coming in and just like you know, fucking their cars up and stay where you are, just getting on top floor, let the water drain out. Like these people don't know. The people that are like closing the gates and like putting the shit up and like it's not on them. I'm just saying there's there's a little more to it than that. But no, it's not. It's not that floodwaters are not that serious anywhere. In other cities, they might be because there's like look at New York City. Like you could look at the subway. How the fuck did New York City get flooded? That's crazy. Is that the same level as? Depends on where you are, I guess. They're flooding the subway. You've seen that? Like that just happened. Did it happen in one area? Did they do that? I always hate that shit with the they shit, but no, it's not. No, the city is perfectly fine and will continue to be perfectly fine because New Orleans has been and will continue to be the greatest city on earth. That's a fact. You know, there's no reason they'd build a city here if it wasn't going to withstand. It. This city has been here for as long as you can fucking imagine. It wasn't built in the 1700s. This is built in fucking old Atlantis, because this is one of the greatest places on earth for a lot of reasons. It's at 3090. So if you're familiar with like latitude and longitude, uh, they're not gonna build something here that's not supposed to last. But that's just that's some other shit we'll get into in a second. Yeah, muscle under tension. Yeah, you said mutts. So here we'll do that with zigzag. We'll do mutts and tuts, huh? Local honey, yeah. What's up, yeah, Tuka? Uh, yeah, it was a little on the hoax side. Some guys say so. Yeah, it's been the end times. The 2000 was supposed to be the end time for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's the end times. It's the end time and the beginning time. Funny you say that. I had this conversation with someone tonight about the difference between end times and the beginning times. Like it's the beginning. It's not the end. The end is the beginning of something else. It's the here I have the attached. I can't show it to you right now because I can't flip my leg around that way. But it's the Ouroboros. The beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning. They call it Alpha and Omega. They call it AO. What's my name? AO. I told you my name is AO. I told you I am the beginning and the end of all things. I'm the Alpha and the Omega. I am. I'm Grandma. I'm all that shit. So are all of you, but it's the way people perceive things. Perception is perception is like if you think it's the end of life, it's the beginning of some other life. It's like these butterflies. They used to be what were they before they were butterflies? Caterpillars. Caterpillars just crawling around the ground and they're flying around everywhere doing what the fuck they want. That's beginning end times. And then after they're done being butterflies, what do they become? Hmm. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this music, then I'm gonna talk to my dude in a second. What's up, Johan? Johan Hegren. It's good to see you. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta go grab one thing. Give me 1 second. Well, not 1 second. Give me 1 minute. I hate using 1 second when I actually mean a minute. Okay, there we go. I meant 10 seconds. There we go. All right. Are you guys excited that me and because me and Zigzag we've talked before on we've talked for many hours. Um, are you guys excited that we're gonna do a show? Are you guys? Everyone else should be too. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. Dr. Jack Cruz. Jay Marley, I don't know him. I've never met him. I never talked to him. I might have. I would never know. Like I meet a lot of people. Like I've met a million different people. I don't know their names. I don't know anyone's name because I don't prefer people. I don't prefer naming things. I don't like the idea of. I like the idea of people's energies. I might have met him. I don't know. He might have met me. Motherfucker, ask it. Motherfucker, ask him if he knows who the fuck I am. You know, but that's just me being funny. Um, no, I don't know that I know him. Dr. Jack Chris, yeah. Yeah, we're in thank you, Yadaku. We're in Hollywood's end times. Yeah, it's the end time of the fucking illusion. The Ilia Zion. The Ili, which is the Ilu, uh, which is the L's, and the Zion, which is connected to the illusion too. Everything is illusion. Like before you start producing your own reality. Uh, illusion is a very big word. And who just got here? I'll give you the answer. Who just got drafted to the? If I may say this, who got drafted to the New Orleans Pelicans? Zion Williamson. Zion. Zion. It's 2019. Zion plays for the Pelicans right now. Right down the street. I'm gonna go watch some games this year. I'm excited, man. It's hilarious. I've never been so excited about basketball. I mean, I love basketball. I mean, I really do. It's one of my favorite fucking sports. Even if there is some sort of coding and shit going on, I can't wait to go watch a game. I've only been to like one game here. Was it? Yeah, I went and seen the. Who the fuck did I go see play? I forgot who they played. I was just more interested in the girl I was going with. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jay Marley. No, I don't even know who that is. Dr. Jack Caruso. Usually, people that put a doctor in front of their name, I tend to just put them over here. I tend to just say I don't want to. If I gotta call you, if someone insists on being called doctor, then I'm like, I ain't got shit to do with you, motherfucker. That's the way I feel. Because I know people that have doctorates. I know people that have doctorates that will never say, call me doctor. And then these people that have doctorates, other people, they want to be called Mr. or Mrs. They'll call them Mr. or Mrs. because they think they're so much something. And other people got doctors, so like, yeah, sure, okay. And they don't know my friends have doctorate degrees, and they don't know that. Because my friends are like, hey, call me my first name. Just call me my name. And they say, okay, doctor, even not knowing that they are a doctor at least at the level they are, if not a higher level doctor. And so for me, like, motherfucker, I doctor the doctors. I teach doctors how to doctor doctors. I teach that for me, that's just what it is. Like I don't care where the fuck you came from. I don't care where you're going. I care where you're at, and I care what you know, and I care if you love. If you love shit, like real, like deep, like true, like you from the earth, then we'll talk. And I even think I know your name. I don't give a fuck who you are. But if you say call me doctor, yeah, I'm not impressed. I promise you that. You got 8 years of schooling. You got 8 years of retardation, is what that is. It means you got hit over the head with the look at. Here's what a doctorate means. 8 years of getting head banged out of fucking book. Doesn't mean you know shit. It means you got trained into indoctrination. Yeah. So I'm not really. I don't really. Yeah, that shit is all whack to me. It's fucking wackadocious. If I can say wackadocious. Doctor, take a dick. You know, that's the funny shit to me. I don't really fucking care. You know, you call me a doc. Hey, you can. You know what? Most people can be a doctor of being a child. You know what? You grew up for 18 years having parents, so you're a doctorate. You're a doctorate laureate of being treated like a child for 18 years, and then you got 6 to 8 years of becoming a doctor, well, you're still a child to me because I took that doctorate degree of being a child, and I took that doctorate degree, and I took that collegiate university, and all that shit, and I threw that in the bin, and I said, I'm me. What? Who are you? What are you doing? How are you improving the world? I don't want to know what you think you know. I don't care what someone told you. What do you know? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you feeling today? Are you feeling okay? That doctor sitting there losing all their hair, fat as a motherfucker, got no eyesight, telling you how to get better vision, how to grow hair and be skinny, and offering you a prescription prescribed from their teachers to make you a healthier being. I ain't into that shit. Fuck that. But I asked them, how are they doing? Come see me. Have a drink with me. Sit down. Let's talk. Let's see if I can help you. Because I don't need help. Those motherfuckers need help. I guarantee that. Here, watch this. Watch. Oh my God. That was a bad idea. But here's the thing. A shaman will always... Here's the most important part. If a doctor offers you a drug, or someone that you're hanging out with offers you a drug, if they're not going to do it with you, then you don't want to do it. A shaman will always do the drug with you to say, I will walk the journey with you. Here's 2 leaves, here's 2 pills, here's 2 whatever. I'll do it with you and let's walk this journey together. But a doctor that says, here, take my signature and go grab that shit from somebody else, they're not going to do that with you. Because it's not fucking healthy. Because they're lying. They don't know it. But I'm saying, you want to come have a trip with me? Here we go, let's drink. Drink, motherfucker, drink. You want to go fucking smoke? Let's go smoke. You want to go fucking eat some drugs? Let's go do that together. Let's do that together. Because that's what it's about. We take the journey together. It's not about like somebody here hands you something, go fucking walk your own path. That's not good. That's not healthy. And that's what doctors do. Because they're doctoring all of the prescription, describe it before you, that they didn't even get from themselves. Because the only reason they can prescribe something to you is because someone prescribed it to them. And I'm not down with that bullshit. So that's my little rant for that bullshit. What's up, Stan? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah, Jay Marley. I know, I get you. I mean, I'm just going off on the term, you know. But I mean, I'm happy to hang out with the motherfucker. I'm hanging out with anybody, but I'm gonna call him doctor. I'm gonna call him whatever he wants to be called. If he says call me doctor, I'm gonna say whatever child. I'm gonna call him kitty. I'm gonna call him cat. I'm gonna call him child. That's what I would say. If someone says call me doctor, I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna call you what the fuck I want to, because I'm not gonna. You know, if someone said call me daddy, could you imagine if somebody called me mommy or call me daddy? You know what you would say? You'd be like, you have to be ridiculous. No, to say dad or mom to someone, and then upgrade that to doctor, because your father and mother, your dad and your mom, would say, call them doctor. Call them priestcraft. I ain't calling no one a priest. Motherfucker, I'm a shaman. I'm not calling anybody but anything that I want to call them, unless they're delightful. And say, hey, this would be nice if you call me this. Give me a name. Don't give me, give me your own name. Pick it out. Call me, I'll give you a name. You give yourself a name right now. But I'm not going to call you doctor because you went to fucking school for 8 years. Fuck that. I don't... Dr. Dre, yeah, he's all right. He's all right. Okay. Hey, Yutuku. Yutuku01. If there is one thing you know for sure, it's the physics of light. You start, and let's go. And then, here, I'm going to grab a book, and you tell me if you can divine about this book. Let's see if it's up here. Here you go. This is fun. This is fun. I like it. I like it already. Oh, here we go. We got it. Ah! Told you. It's all fun today. Look at this. Oh! There it is. You've received the grand pleasure. There it is. Here it is. Look at this. He's asked for it. He's asked for it. Ah, sorry. I stepped on my chair to get a book behind me. This is why I set this up this way. So I put the books behind me because I thought it was fun. Here you go. Okay. Here you go. Here we go. This is fun. Let me get my computer back in order because this is gonna be great. Oh, there it is, right there. Let me lean back. Hold on, 1 second. One second, brother. There it is. Oh, see, I stepped on my chair to do this, and this is what has happened. Oh, come on. Okay. See, games. Mercury in retrograde is doing this fun shit here. Oh, that's why I gotta flip it around this way. Let's see if I can do it this way. Almost there, guys. Give me 1 second. I might have to move my chair a little bit. Ah, bastard ass chair. This chair was probably birthed out of a bastard family of chairs. This is the chair that nobody wanted, that I got. Here, let me move my chair over, cause I fucked it up right there, when I got up and grabbed this book, cause this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so much fun. Oh. Oh, come on. You guys get, there it is. There it is. Here it is. You ready? Somebody wants to talk about the physics of light. My man Yada Cool. One more time for you. And that's so perfect. Here, I'm gonna have my dude hold this. Then we'll talk about the physics of light. I'm not gonna refer to the book, but I'm going to refer to the book because I can show you the physics of light. This is fun. Oh man, this is so good. Can I just? Hey, couch, can we do this here? Man, oh man, oh man. This might not work out right now. We might have to use another show because I'm not using my phone. Usually my phone is really easy to set up on the side of my chair here, and I'm not gonna hold this fucking computer here. You're gonna have to see me sideways. There it is. Perfect. Let's see. Okay. The physics of light. We'll talk about that. AD got traded for Zion. That's a really interesting one. I really thought for a minute that New York, because it's the Apple, was going to get it. I think next year, now that we look at 2020 the way it is, I think New York will get all of the good players next year. But It just has to do with the rotten apple, and what New York City is the Big Apple. Um, and when they won last, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Man, can we? I do apologize, guys, for this camera work here. I don't have professional photographers here. It's just me and my computer that I'm trying to. If I put it over here, you're not gonna be able to see me. Maybe. Let's see. Huh. Okay, look at that. This is what I look like from this side. I've done this plenty of times. No, that's not gonna work over there. It's gonna work on that side. Come on. Hold on, give me 1 second, yo. This is about to be so much fun, and it's turning out to be a whole fucking thing here. There we go. All right, we'll do it this way. Fine, so be it. It's been done. All right. I'm never gonna be situated. I was situated, but here, not rising love. We situated now. So let's talk about what light is. Let's talk about light. A physics lesson. Here we go. Chase, what's up, man? No, it doesn't. No, there's no loss of train of thought, and there's no wreck in it. It's just, as I said, as the earliest part of this contemplation of logic and sequence of events. There is no there. No, I don't lose train of thought. I know what I'm talking about. See me in about like 3 hours, and we'll have no idea what anybody's talking about, which is just as much fun. Mm. Light is in essence sound. This is correct. Yadaku. Is that right? Can I call you Yadaku? Yes, it is an. And what does sound do? Yeah, what does sound do? People say there's a speed, meaning light moves, but sound reproduces itself. So, if you say light is in essence sound, then it means sound goes wah, 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 wah. It reproduces itself, kind of like the ripples on water. And if I were to refer to this book here, The Universal One, light doesn't move, it reproduces itself. Much as you would say here, is in essence what sound is. So, light doesn't move. Light is just a reproduction of itself. So if I take a picture of something, it then becomes infinitely. It just reproduces itself. Just the same way, if I make a shape in water, it will continue to take that shape outwardly. It's not moving, it's reproducing. So the reproduction of sound is the same as the reproduction of light. Reproduction. The same way that if you plant a seed from a tree, from an orange tree, you get an orange. Yes? If I plant a seed of my child, my semen, into a woman's egg, I get something that looks like, something in between me and her, right? But nonetheless, it is mostly the energetics of those things coming together. It is not the way that most people perceive light. People think light travels at how many miles an hour? It doesn't travel anywhere. Light travels nowhere. Just like you don't travel anywhere. You reproduce yourself wherever you're going. If I take a step forward, I'm not traveling forward. I'm reproducing myself in that position one step forward. That's how that works. So light does not have the capacity to move. Nothing moves. It's reproducing itself in a similar energy, in a similar sound, in a similar waveform dynamic of water, in the same energy that light is, in a new position. It's still the same thing. It's just presented there. It's here, then it's here. It doesn't go, phew. It goes here, then here. Kind of like if you were to film something, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The people that are on the other side of the picture are still the same people in a different position, but it's still the same light. The light is just produce itself forward, or you know, memories of a future past. It could be a past, and if you make a movie, what do? You have a memory of some idea that you want to produce into a film, and then you produce it forward. So memories of a future that is past and through your mind that you create, then it's like a bubble that then becomes bigger. It's not moving, it's reproducing itself. What's up, everybody? What's up, Unstance? What's up, Stan? And yeah, Tuki, Yutuku. I wasn't going off on you. I hope you don't feel that way. I was just using it as an idea. Marcel Grossman. I don't know him so much, but yeah, you can call me Askier. Yeah, man. Yeah. What's up, Divine Hazel? Okay, there we go. There we go, man. Yeah, yeah. I was just doing it for everybody else's effect and benefit. I didn't think that. I didn't think we had a disagreement or anything. It was just a grand opportunity to grab a book and hit the gong. I'll read out of this book another time. I do readings here and there out of these things, but it would only be a reproduction. You know what I mean? So we're all a reproduction, the first source of our own consciousness. You know, like you are that your higher self and all that kind of weird shit. I don't know. Um, Man, I really want this to go back to where I had it, but it it will never be the same spot ever again and twice. It will. Okay. What's up, Moonstance? There we go. Yeah, Yatuku. Yeah, we have perception of light moving because we perceive time in a way that isn't exactly it. Just because we knew like yesterday there like right now it's dark outside. We can agree on this. I can go outside and it's dark. So like where did the light go? And then like the light's back tomorrow. Like we go okay, if the light was yesterday and light is now and the light's tomorrow and light was then it'll be dark again and like in the future it's gonna be dark and then the future's gonna be light and then we have to go through this whole fucking that's just reproduction of the same kind of energies. It's not like would we say there we could equally say is there a movement of darkness? Could we say that? We could, but would it make it true? Did darkness move? It's the same. It's just as silly. And I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying it's as a larger idea. Does darkness move and does light move? If darkness can't move, then light can't move. So if light can't move and dark can't move, then it's only reproducing its own system, its own energetics. The energetics of dark is not bad, and the light and the energetics of light isn't good. It's like okay. Oh hi, puppy. I wish you could see this little dog here. She's good butt rubs. I'm giving her the heel to the butt. Heel butt. Oh yes. Hmm. Oh. In other words, the essence of light is a self-regulatory system. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. That might be the most difficult way for people to understand light is self-regulating. The same way dark is self-regulating. It's like sleep is the same as awakeness is. Self-regulating. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, everything. If we get back into the most important part of the concept is, uh, if I take a cherry and I plant it in the ground, I'm gonna get a cherry tree. Sorry about this burping. Uh, there we go. No, I'm not really sorry about it. It just happens because, well, if I plant a whatever in the ground, that's what's going to come out. I can't possibly expect light to come out of dark, and I can't expect dark to come out of light. Just the same way I can't expect a tomato come out of a cucumber, as well as I couldn't expect a cucumber come out of a tomato. You know, that's what it is. And so to think that darkness isn't a thing, darkness is a thing the same way light is a thing. If you believe that those are things, they're objects. If darkness isn't an object and light is not an object, then they both are of the same background space. The background space, when it's dark, is darkness. It's just darkness. And you're walking around in darkness. And when it's light outside, you're walking around in light. It's still background space. So to think that darkness, so after darkness came light, right? So did darkness produce light? And did light? So if you really believe that darkness, out of darkness came light, then you have to believe that out of light came darkness. If darkness produced light, then light produces darkness. And they go, no, no, no. Darkness didn't produce light, but it came out of it, right? Well, then it had to be something else. So darkness and light are two different, separate things. Is there a source for darkness and a source for light? Then that's duality. But out of nothing, nothing isn't light, and nothing. Could you imagine thinking of nothingness? Nothingness is nothing, no thing, which means there's no dark and there is no light. So if there's nothing, then nothing produced everything. So is darkness and light part of everything or nothing? It starts to become very confusing, and that's a very that's what people need to really consider. Darkness, light, everything and nothing. How do those things work together? And what is an object and what is space? Use darkness and light, everything and nothing, space and solid. Use those 6 concepts, and then everybody, I'll give you an A+ for all the class, and if you can figure out how that functions. And in the interim, because I told you this whole thing is about fun, we're gonna turn this music on right now. Oh shit! Let's go right back to the beginning. Yes. Let's see. Which one is this? What do we listen to here? No, I didn't. I didn't. I'm sorry, Saint Sister. I don't. I didn't want you. I wanted you. I wanted this other music that we were just listening to. What the fuck? You guys want Fox? No, we listened to Foxing already. I don't know. What the fuck? Who the fuck was this guy? Fuckity fuck. Um. Hmm. What was that? What was the song that we just listened to? That what was the name of that? All right, you guys got to give me. Let's see, 38 seconds. Nah, fuck it. We're gonna go back to Khalid, Foxing, Anderson, Mac. No. Tank. No. We can listen to Tyler the Creator. Is gonna be fun. There we go. Let's listen to that because that sounds fun. Listen to Tyler the Creator. One of my favorites right here. I mean, I appreciate the motherfucker in every way. This is one of his best shits he ever done. Because he could. There you go. Listen here. When you're having fun, I'll give you 30 seconds of this.
Find some time, find some time to do something. Find some time, find some time to do something. Find some time, find some time to do something. Cause Boredom got a new best friend. Cause Boredom got a new best friend. Cause Boredom got a new best friend. Find some time to do something. Find some time to do something. Find some time.
Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because you ready? Here he is. Ready? Listen. Ready? Here goes.
Boredom. But my bedroom floor is a serial burial. I'm serious. I ate them off. Dry box of bodies, yeah, I call them. If we talking about real meals, that's my stomach, he ain't soft. I've been in this fucking room so long, my eyeballs are turning to drywall. My friends suck, fuck them, I'm over them. Y'all ain't hit me all day. What the fuck is the problem? Is it me? Cause I'm not solved, I'm bored. Find some time. Shit. Find some time to do something. Find some time.
Anyways, I'm not gonna try to get my shit like fucking. Like I don't want to have to go actually to like, yo, here you gotta talk to your people. You know, I can't have my fucking. I'm making a nickel off this shit. You making like 10,000 a week off your fucking NPR Tiny Desk concert. I can't have your people just shut my shit down. I can't have that. Somebody's have to turn that down a little bit. Or it might be my next door neighbor that doesn't like the fact that I'm fucking up having a good time. I'm being fun. So, anyways, let me scroll through here. So, are we still having fun, Divine Hazel? We always having fun. Divine Hazel. Here, I'll ask the question, everyone. Who was everyone's hero when they were young? I never knew that I was my own hero. You know, I think that's a very important thing to become your own hero. I don't think you should have a hero outside of yourself. You should have people that you adore and you aspire to be like, but you don't want to be Bo Jackson. You don't want to be fucking uh, Corinne Bailey Ray. You don't want to be Monica Lewinsky. Oh shit. You don't want to be fucking Bill Clinton. You don't want to be the fucking president of the United States. You don't want to be the fucking you know, a great tennis player. Do you want to be all those things? Where are you? Where are people going with their? You have little pieces and bits of you that have aspects. Like I'd like to be Tiger Woods. When he was putting that fucking on the 18th green, when he was hitting his 59 and the that's when. Like I don't want to be him. I don't want to be him when he was. Well, no, I would like to be him when he was fucking all them fucking hot bitches with Michael Jordan, smoking fucking big fucking, big blunts, in the back of the fucking country club. Like I'd like to do that too, but I don't want to be him when he's getting his fucking. His car fucking beat down with a golf club by his his wife. I like to throw those out there. Those two aren't together. Let's get that shit straight, people. Though it's all on TV. If you that famous, you that good, that bitch knows she can fuck anybody she wants, and she is. But you got familiar with Tiger Woods, and he's fucking anything he wants, so they're just making a big deal about it. Man, they rich, famous, and doing the damn thing. Neither of them really care. They're just playing the game and laughing afterwards. Remember that part. So No, I don't know. I don't know about all that bullshit, yo. I ain't even tripping, baby. Oh, Rising Love, did you say hold space? Come on, honey. Hold space for all the family. Oh, hold space. No, no one's holding space. You can't hold space, baby. Rising Love, don't do that. We've had such good interaction. When people say holding space, it's to me. I gotta really. The way I am is just I gotta go hard at it. The way I am, I'm gonna go. Yo, I'm like fucking Shaquille O'Neal. I go hard in the paint. You can't just say I'm holding space. You can't hold space. You're gonna hold space. Hold it for me. Hold it. How about I hold space for you? You come see me. I'm not gonna hold space for you. You can't. You're incapable of holding space. There's no one that holds space. That's so. That's the dumbest. Like I really have to say it. Like because I've heard people say this, and if I don't say it to you right now, then it makes me a fucking like a corny ass cornball of shit. You don't get. You can't hold space. You can hold space for nobody. Like you can allow for space. Allowance for space. Like I have a space around me because someone has provided walls for me to make sure rain doesn't come on my head and uh, the if the wind blows hard and all this. That's different than holding space. Don't do the love light and space holding. That's dorky shit because it doesn't happen. It can't happen. It's either just saying shit that everybody else says or it's bad language. If it's bad language, which you're better than, don't do that. I don't really give two shits. I'm still having fun with it. I'm just saying, like, could you imagine me telling someone I was holding space for them? I got space in my heart. There's space everywhere. I'm not holding space in my mind. I'm not holding space anywhere. You can't hold it. It's impossible. Look at, you see me holding space here? There's space here? Yeah, this is, but I don't hold it. It's not mine. Space ain't mine to be held. Space contains me, and I produce space. Say, I produce space for you. Don't say I hold space for you. Say I produce space for you. It's like making time for someone. People, people make time for their loved ones. You make time. You make space. You don't hold it. I don't hold time. Time just goes through your fingers the same way sand falls through your fingers. You don't get to hold time and space. That doesn't. You can hold an object. You could, if I needed something from you, you could hold it for me. Like you could hold your beautiful you could hold your beautiful face. You could go, hmm. You could hold your pretty feet. And that goes for everybody. That's not just that's. I'm not saying to you, rising love. You know what I'm saying. It just is for everybody else's lesson. Like, hold your feet. I don't know what the fuck you can do. You got beautiful feet. I don't know. I've never seen your feet. They might be cute. You might have really fucking ratchet feet. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know who you are. You know, but hey, hold your own. Hold your energy. Hold your being. But you cannot hold space and you cannot hold time. Time and space flows. Energy and physical objects you can hold. So give me a cool necklace. You know, oh, is this a necklace? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Anyways, here you go. This is a song for you right here.
And I don't know if I'ma see you again. Chill on the drums for a sec. I said, can I get a kiss? And can you make it last forever? I said, I'm about to go to war.
I'll sing for you guys someday.
See you again. Hit them motherfuckers. I said, okay, my infatuation is related to another form of what you call it. But oh yeah, I ain't met you. I've been looking, stop that waiting for my stop that chasing like an alcoholic. Now you don't understand me. What the fuck do you mean? Is it roast in the sheets and is it dirt color eyes? Sugar, honey, ice tea, bumblebee on the scene. Yeah, I gave up my bakery to have a piece of pie. I said 20, 20, 20, 20 vision. Cupid hit me with precision. I wonder if you look
Anyways, so yeah, where we at here? What's up, Lynn? Heroes are just people who mirror who you are. Interesting. I'll dive into that. That's interesting. Hmm. Oh, the dog one. Here, I'm gonna focus on that, and I'll get back to you in about 23 seconds because I'm gonna let the dog go out in the back porch, and when I come back in, we'll talk about heroes. And dude, we get into some crazy shit tonight. I'm so glad y'all are here for this awesome shit. And we'll talk about heroes are just people who mirror who you are. I don't think that's true. Completely. Half of that's true. Come here. You wanna go outside? Come. You were just here. Ha. Well, are the people who heroes are just people who mirror who you are? Man, that's difficult. That's difficult to say because sometimes people like who I am, but I don't. I hope hopefully I'm never their hero. I'm never their guru. I'm never their guide. I mean, guide is a different word, I guess, but um, and I have lots of guides and I have people that I look up to, but I don't think they're my heroes. Like I've only been one time in my life I was starstruck. And it's only because I was like because I played soccer, and I've met somebody that played professional like for the World Cup. Like was it nine? What year was it? 2004. And I met them, and I was like, holy shit, you're this motherfucker. And it tripped me out because I was like, how the fuck did I get to meet this person? And looking back on it, I can't even remember it. Like I don't even remember him or like the whole thing. Like I kind of remember, but I was like, I've never been starstruck by anybody, you know. So like I don't know. I find everybody as my teacher and everybody as my student. You know what I mean? And I find everyone that I see as someone that could teach me. You know what I mean? In that sense, that like we find a way to learn and a way to be to learn from and to teach at the same time. And I think that's all I can do. That's all I see. Some people always want to like learn, and some people all they want to do is teach. And I've never understood that. Like teachers always want to teach. They never have a third grade teacher will always be a third grade teacher. They never become a fourth grade teacher or a college professor. They don't do that. Somebody that does things at their level, unless they're willing to be wrong and continue on their journey. Like shit. If I was who I was 3 years ago, you would never see me making these videos. If I was who I was 2 years ago, you'd have only heard my voice. If I was who I was a year ago, you would have never interacted with me. I went from writing, I went from doing nothing to writing and showing you, and then doing like many years of just writing so you could look at it, and then making videos expressing in one direction to then one direction just showing my voice, then to putting my face on camera, then to interacting. That's enveloping the idea of I learned from the people that like would type back to me and say, "Hey, what's this about?" And I'm like, "Oh, maybe I could, you know, show you something." And then go, "Oh, damn, that's something I'm learning from them because they said, "Hey, did you know about this?" They taught me something. That's how we all learn. Each it's called each one teach one. You know that kind of idea. Energy exchange is divine hazel. Energy exchange is exactly it. It's like you get you give a little, get a little. You know, giving, live and let live. Give and get some. Like, it's to get to right to the filthy shit. Everything is sex. Everything is making love. Like whether we're talking or whether we're like physically interacting with each other. Like what kind of person just like fucks to fuck to get off? Like that's gotta be. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people that really do that. Like they're just fucking to like catch a nut. Like I don't get it. I'd never. Maybe when I was a fucking like a teenager, like maybe. But since then, like no. Like when you make it love, you make it love. It's like a interchange of energy. That's all there is. And you do that whether you're physically touching or mentally speaking or interacting in any way. It's an interchange of energy, and people gotta get with that shit. It's not to say everything needs to be like, you know, you know, to put it on uh, uh, polygamous shit that we gotta just all share everything. Yeah, I mean I guess, but there's some intimate shit that you can really do with some people you can't do with others. Like some people, you know what? There's some chicks that I'm like, yeah, I eat your asshole, you gonna eat my asshole. But then there's other chicks like I wouldn't even, and I would tell your mother, and those chicks, I'll be like, I even tell your mother I ate your asshole, and I farted in your mouth. And then other chicks are like, keep your butt away from me, and I'm definitely putting a rubber on because you're just nasty. I don't even know why I'm next to you. Like that's life. There's people you want to be around. There's people you don't want to be around. There's people that like, she got a fat ass, but she's got a nasty attitude. You know. And as I say this, the meat wad comes over here. Hi, baby. Look at hold this. Hold on. You want to see this? You want to see this little nerd bag right here? Look at her. There she is, right there. She wants to be on camera. She wants to be on camera. She wants to be on camera. You ever see these hold on, sorry. There. Come on, there you go. She's such a camera whore. Look at her. She's such a camera whore. She could be doing anything right now. I open the door up for her. Instead of going outside, she comes over here and tries to knock the fucking camera down. She knows what I'm saying. Hi, baby. Okay, she wants my attention. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hi, baby. Yes. Aw. Hi, doggo head. What are you doing? Give me a second, guys. I gotta make love to this little dog here. Hi, baby. Hi. Yes. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There. Yes. Oh, you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Oh, hi. She wants more. She wants the second coming of Jesus. All I gotta do is rub her head this way. Oh, hi. Give me a second, y'all. Hi, baby. What are you doing?
That was cool. Well, I guess we're done. So thanks. Wait, I'm about to talk. Wait, I want to talk. Shit.
Now she does it. Now, after she's done getting her face rubbed, she turns her butt around and wants her butt rubbed. Where'd you learn this from, dude?
Desiree, I respect the fuck out of you.
Oh, she likes her ears.
Apocalypse.
She likes her ears a lot.
But with
All
that
right,
said,
check it out, yo. We about
I
almost 2 hours in here.
I don't work
It's
well.
been fun,
I think I only
and
work with like
this is
one
what we've been
person.
doing the entire
How the
time is
fuck is that
having
big? And
um,
I've always
a
hated live music
relaxing,
or
quality,
listening to
quality,
podcasts
energetic time
because it's like, nigga, I want to hear
of
real gangster
understanding
shit.
what
Like,
fun
these niggas
is
fucking like shit they don't
and
count. So
what
I was always skeptical with,
the
especially
idea
with like
of
some of the drum sounds I use. And I
oh
be like,
the
using my shit to my
wine
full
of the
potential. Like
Asians.
the chords and the musical aspects of my music
You
makes it
know
look good, but
the
sometimes it just
sake.
doesn't get the full
So
payoff. So I've always been like hesitant
the
to even
sake
approach it.
of
But
fun,
I
the
found these
sake
guys
of
and they're really,
weirdness,
really
the
talented and
sake of
we just meshed together
the
and our shit
sake.
just sounded really,
Sake it
really
to me.
dope.
So I'm gonna get the fuck out of
And the
here
ideas and stuff just made me say fuck
because I
it.
got nothing. I have
Let's
nothing
make
else
this shit
good to
real.
say. I
I
have
like the
great
little
things to say all the time,
tracks,
but
the
you
fact that
all
you
have
admit that you're
been
like that shit is
the
trash, the fact
the
that you the
heroes of
fact
the
that you
day.
call me
You all
finally
been
after that shit
glorious
should be
and
trash with the band just means a lot. So thank you guys and
offering the best of yourselves. And as I usually offer towards the end of these videos, I will suggest to all of you to find things that inspire you. And if you can't inspire someone, if you can't inspire someone, hopefully someone can inspire you. And find things that make you happy. And if you can't find things that make you happy, find a way to make yourself happy. And if you can't do either of those things, allow for happiness to come into your life because it just happens. I don't know. Because I'm happy. Are you happy? I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how to be like I am. I can't tell you how to be how you are. But like, relax, rub your own feet. And if ain't nobody gonna rub your feet, if you're a good looking woman, I'll rub your feet. If you're a dude, I'd rub your feet too. Even if you're an ugly dude, I'll rub your feet if you really need it. Like, it's not sexual. I'm just gonna, I'll fix you up. But, you know, get your shit together. Let's have a good time. Enjoy the world because it was produced out of your own mind for you. And here we are together in this infinite universe that allows us all to have this amazing time because it's going to go on forever. And you're going to find a way, no matter if it's me speaking or someone else or it's you speaking, that you'll find a way to observe and interact with all of nature or the weird realm, which is technological. You know, you'll find a way. You'll find a way to the upper echelons. The upper. Did I say upper echelons? To the excellence. I mean, echelons is probably the right word, but the excellence of just be better at being yourself, whatever that means, or be worse at being yourself because we've all been terrible, we've all been great. So just continue doing what you're doing. You'll get there, wherever you're going. I don't know where the fuck you're going, because you might be going to fucking Madagascar, and you might be coming to New Orleans. And if you do come to New Orleans, come see me. We're gonna have a good fucking time. Stay well, do good things, and be wild as fuck, because your heart is made of the wildest um, ideas that your ancestors could never believe of, and that's you. And there you are. Cheers, y'all. Talk to you soon.